My name is Will, and this is the Webb Dean Stevens Museum located in Wethersfield, Connecticut. When it comes to mass communication, there are many different options nowadays, including television news stations, websites, and, of course, newspapers. In the 18th century, your options for mass communication were much more limited, and the newspaper was really your primary source of information. Newspapers were printed maybe once a week rather than daily. They were also usually printed in large cities where there was a big population base. Newspapers looked a little bit different than they do today, however. Here in the parlor of the Joseph Webb House, we have a facsimile of an edition of the Connecticut Current from 1787, and we'll take a look at that and see what is different. So the first thing that you'll notice is there's no headlines. Rather, on the front page, we have a number of advertisements, and the main piece on the front page is actually a sort of public letter, not unlike the Federalist Papers, which were also public letters which first were printed in newspapers. In addition, there's a little bit of news from Europe, some of which actually is dated July, so it's already 4 months old by the time that it finally appeared in print in our newspaper here. We also have a lot more advertisements and other sort of public notices. So for instance, we have here a notice from a farmer who has misplaced a milk cow with a description of the cow and the promise of a reward should it be returned. Down here, we actually have a notice for inoculation against smallpox. So if you felt that you wanted to get inoculated or to have your family inoculated, you could go visit the doctors at the address and time given. We also have a sailing notice. Now this is the notice for the sloop Randolph, which was actually owned by Mr. Joseph Webb, which would to be sailing from Wethersfield down to Georgia. And so if anyone had some trade that they wanted to send along or something that they wanted brought back, they could speak to Mr. Webb before the appointed date of departure of the vessel. This has just been a very, very brief look at one form of mass communication in the 18th century, the newspaper. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you again next time.